Alrighty, guys. So today we're going to be going over a concept that I personally just learned about a week ago called partial division. So partial division is a different method of teaching children how to divide large numbers. And the focus and purpose of this particular method is to help break down the process of long division, which is a harder concept for children to learn. And it's done using mental math and multiplication facts that they're going to be more familiar with. So we're going to take a look at two problems, one that does not have a remainder and one that does have a remainder. And hopefully this will help you to better understand the concept. So here we go. Pull up the whiteboard here. All right, so if you look at our first problem, we have 525 divided by 5. So I don't know off the top of my head how many times 5 can go into 525, but what I do know is that if I multiply 5 by 100, I'm going to get 500. So now what I'm going to do is subtract 500 from 525, and I'm going to get 25. And then I have to think, what's a number I can multiply to 5 to either get 25 or get as close to 25 as possible? Well, that's going to be 5. So that gives us 25 minus 25. So now we don't have anything left over. Now, to complete the problem, you're going to take your 100, your 5, you're going to add those together, and you're going to get your final answer, which is 105. Now, if you were to take 105 and multiply it to 5, you're going to get 525. Okay, if you want to check that on your own, you're definitely more than welcome to do that. For the sake of keeping this video as short as possible, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next problem. Now, this problem, we have 367 divided by 14. Okay, again, I don't know off the top of my head what number I can multiply to 14 to get as close to that as possible, but what I do know is if I multiply 14 by 10, I'm going to get 140. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose that number. It's quick, it's easy, and it'll help break this down. So we're going to subtract. Now I've got 227. So you know what? Again, I'm not quite sure what I can multiply to that to get as close as possible. So I'm just going to stick with the 10. Again, remember the whole purpose of this, I'm sorry, that's a 1. The whole purpose of this is to make the long division as easy as possible. Okay, so essentially what you're just doing is breaking these smaller numbers down, these larger numbers down into smaller numbers. And let's look at this. Okay, now I've got 87. So what can I multiply to 14 to get either 87 or as close as possible? Again, not quite sure. What I'm going to do is stick with 5 because I know, it's going to bring this line down, I know that 14 times 5 is going to give me 70. Okay, so I'm going to subtract that. 7, 17, and then the closest I can get to 17 is 1. So we're getting to the bottom here, so I've got to squish my numbers. All right, and that's going to give me a remainder of 3. So when I add these numbers here, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26. I'm going to get 26 with the remainder of 3. And that is going to be my final answer. So that is how you do partial division. Hopefully this video has made it more clear. If you still have any questions, please feel free to respond to this video, or you can message me and I'll be more than happy to assist you with any questions. All right, I'll see you guys next week.